I have some deep shit to share with you. Every time I go out of the country, and typically if it's like a developing nation, it has me reflect on myself and my life and my goals and everything that I've been doing to get to the point where I am today. So if you guys don't know, I just went to Belize with Blake and we were there for 6 days and it was wonderful. And I enjoyed myself very, very much. And I feel like I grew a lot as a person while I was there, which sounds stupid on like a 6-day vacation in the Caribbean, like somewhere awesome, but I really did. And so I wanted to start from the beginning because my works have been going since I've come back, honestly, and I wanted to share it. I just didn't really know how. I still don't really know how, so hopefully this makes sense. So earlier in the year, I took a little break from fitness. So actually I think it was before the new year. I posted on Instagram that I needed just a few days, like a few weeks, maybe a few months, just kind of disconnected from fitness, and not necessarily like stop working out, but stop obsessing over it. Like I found that all of my workouts for over a month were shit. Like I tried everything. I tried switching different programs, but when your head isn't there, that workout is gonna suck, regardless of which program you do. If you just bench all day, like that can be the best workout of your entire life, or it can be the shittiest workout of your whole life, because it totally depends how your brain is perceiving that. And so my brain was not perceiving workouts well earlier, and my mental health was really suffering. And a large part of that is the people that I followed on social media. So I made a Snapchat story about this, and I got a lot of positive feedback, so I kind of want to share it here as well. I was following a lot of people, and I liked them, honestly. Like, they weren't making me mad. Like, I agreed with their views. Like, they were awesome. Like, they were fit. They inspired me to go to the gym and all that stuff. But I found myself comparing myself to them a lot, and I was basing my self-worth on them. And if they were having a bad day, I was having a bad day. And that doesn't make sense logically at all. And I'm sure that was never ever their goal. But like following them and like having their pictures show up on my Instagram instantly made my day worse. And it filled me with anxiety and panic. And I felt like I needed to do all these things to achieve what they have. So I thought that I would need to get full manis and petties in order to feel good. I felt like I needed to go take a bath bomb every single fucking day to feel good and relax, because that's what they're advocating. And like, I love bath bombs, but I don't have time to take one every single day. And so I just felt the need to go out of my way to like do superficial things that weren't benefiting me. And I found myself being very, very, very materialistic. I saw someone got brand new Lulus and I really liked them, so I would go to Lululemon. And so Lululemon is not cheap, and I usually have to budget to go there, but at this point, like, I just didn't care. Like, I was so fixated on having these material things. And so I just needed to disconnect myself from those people on social media. So I unfollowed a bunch of people. And my intent was never to hurt them by unfollowing them. It was just that having them in my life was toxic to me. And if anyone ever makes you feel not awesome on social media, you need to unfollow them, because it's social media. It's the fucking internet. Like, who cares if you unfollow someone? If you need to unfollow me, please do so, because if I make you feel crappy about yourself, or if you're constantly comparing yourself to me, then unfollow me, because that's not doing you any good. You know, like, my goal is to help and to inspire people, and if you're constantly comparing yourself to me and having a shitty day because of it, like, my goal is in the gutter. So if unfollowing me helps you with that, then absolutely do that, but do that with everyone. Like, if unfollowing a certain individual is gonna make your life better and it's not gonna give you anxiety, then absolutely do it. I took a break from fitness with working out. So at the beginning of the year, it was my first new year as a personal trainer. So I got certified in 2015 in February. So a lot of the New Year's resolution rush was over, and I wasn't participating in this program we had at my gym called the Dynamic Duo. They essentially got 16 workout sessions over the course of 8 weeks, so twice a week they got to meet. Anyway, so I was working at that gym, plus I had clients before that I needed to keep up with, and I also started a job at another gym where I was doing both personal training, group fitness, and just like lingering around the gym, having like hourly pay. Then I also did online training. So the beginning of the year, I was super busy. I was probably in the gym 40 to 50 hours a week between those two jobs. And so I was also a full-time student. And for me, I've always been able to balance school and work, and I've always worked like 2 to 4 jobs. So it wasn't that hard for me, but I found that when I spend 50 hours in a gym a week, that's the last place I want to go. So if it's my time to work out, or like my 1 hour of free time, I didn't want to go to the gym. Like, I just didn't want to. It was not my priority. And so I would much rather go out to lunch with Blake, or go play with puppies, or go on a hike, or just lay in my bed for an hour, because that was more important to me at the time than going to the gym. And this is something that I want to make very clear to a lot of people, because it's not clear to a lot of people. This, going back to the social media thing, a lot of fitness Instagrams or fitness accounts or whatever the fuck, their whole life is fitness, and that's absolutely okay. If you want to devote your whole life to fitness, by all means do so. And a lot of these people are professional athletes, so if you're a professional bikini competitor or professional bodybuilder, working out is your job. Like, your whole job is to look good, and that's 100% okay if that is your goal. But a lot of people aren't professional athletes, and a lot of followers don't really understand that that is their job, and that their whole life is devoted to looking a certain way. And I've been trying to make that clear to my followers, at least I've tried to, that fitness does not have to be your first priority. And a lot of fitness accounts need to understand that the majority of the people that follow them aren't fitness accounts and aren't fitness people. And so they just want to get into working out. So I have people that start workout programs who don't see changes in 2 weeks because they see a bikini competitor side by side and they have changes within 2 weeks. And that's fine, because the bikini competitor diet is very strict, and it's not healthy, which there's a lot of videos out there about that. But losing weight at such a rapid pace is not healthy. Being at a very lean body fat is not healthy. And so these people are aspiring to be as lean as bikini competitors because they think that's normal, and it's not. And so it's really important to understand that it's not normal to be lean, and it's okay to go out for drinks with your friends rather than working out. And it's okay to just go get frozen yogurt without weighing it. And it's okay to do all these things because you're not in prep. Working out is not your life. Being a professional athlete or striving to be a professional athlete is not your goal. So you don't have to work as though it is. And so you can have an incredible physique by working out 3 to 4 times a week and following a diet as much as you can. You don't have to be 100% perfect with everything. And that's really important to understand. And that's something that I have come to know with this whole semester, actually, because I took a long time off of the gym. So it wasn't necessarily like I just stopped working out, but I would work out maybe once or twice a week as opposed to 5 or 6 times a week that I was doing before. And so having all that extra time, well, I didn't really have extra time, but like having that break from the gym really helped me realize why I was doing it. So I started working out because I wanted to get healthy and I wanted to be happy with myself. And I thought that achieving a certain physique was going to help me be healthy and help me be happy. Because just like a lot of beginners, like, I didn't know that being 12% body fat was unhealthy and unsustainable, and that was my goal, and so I would be upset when I wouldn't reach it. And so for a long time, my goals were aesthetic because I thought that's what health was. And health and aesthetics are not equal. Like, there is not an equal sign putting those two together. And oftentimes they are mutually exclusive. So if you want to be hella fucking lean, your health is probably going to suffer from it, especially if you're a female. And so understanding that helped me a lot. And so my goals were no longer aesthetic based. Like, yes, I love to look good, but does it matter if I'm 15% body fat or 17% body fat, no, it doesn't fucking matter because no one realizes it and I'm the only one picking myself apart. And so taking that time off made me realize what I wanted out of life. And so what I wanted out of working out, like I have probably lost some muscle mass and I've definitely gained a bit of fat, but that's okay. I'm really happy with where I'm at. I'm happy with where I am in my life and how I'm prioritizing other things other than fitness. And if fitness is the number one thing in your life, then prioritize it. But for me, at this moment in my life, it's not. Like, I am going across the country with my boyfriend in 2 weeks. And so we're gonna travel a lot. And traveling is important to both of us. And while traveling, dieting is not fun when you're traveling, and working out, like stressing to find a gym when you're traveling is not fun. And so just relaxing and paying attention to my puppy or walking Riley or playing with her, to me, is more important than getting a 45-minute workout in. And so it's about finding that balance and finding out what you want and what your passion is and what you want to make a priority right now. Your priorities can change. Fitness was my number one priority for 3 years and now it's not, but it's still a huge part of my life. I'm still a personal trainer. I still love working out. I'm still learning about different workouts and different sciences and stuff every day, but it's not the one thing my world revolves around, if that makes sense. And also, okay, going back to reflecting on my vacation, going to developing nations helps me realize how big of a materialistic piece of shit I am. And so that is something that I've never wanted to be. So if owning possessions is your goal in life, then by all means fucking do it. There's no right or wrong way to live your life, and I'm not trying to tell you that there is. But for me, never, ever, ever in my life has my goal been to be famous or to make hella money. Like, never. I've never wanted to do that. When I was focusing on having the newest clothes or the newest Lululemons and new tennis shoes and blah, 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 I lost part of myself. Like, never in my life have I ever desired that. And taking a step back to realize, like, why are you doing this? Like, why do you want this? And I don't. And so reflecting on that helps me a lot.